Picture this. It's the night before a major exam, and while most students are brewing coffee or reviewing flashcards, others are reaching for a small orange pill, Adderall, hoping for a shortcut to focus. My name is Kennedy Arsenault, and I chose to speak about the misuse of Adderall for academic purposes because I have witnessed the growing pressure on students to perform and the alarming normalization of prescription stimulants as study drugs. As someone who both values students' well being and academic integrity, I believe this is an urgent issue that we cannot ignore. Whether you're a student, an educator, or a member of the community, the misuse of Adderall touches us all. The normalization of taking prescriptions without medical need undermines both student health and academic fairness. Understanding the real consequences of this growing problem is essential for making informed and ethical decisions. I will explain how using Adderall as a study aid without prescription is not only medically dangerous, but also academically unethical and ultimately ineffective. I will provide evidence from scientific studies, healthcare experts, and academic sources to illustrate why we must address this issue seriously. According to a web survey conducted at a large public four-year university in the Midwest, approximately 1 in every 5 individuals reported non-medical use of non-prescription stimulants like Adderall to enhance academic performance. The pressure to excel, whether to maintain a scholarship, gain admission to a competitive program, or impress future employers, has fueled this trend on campuses nationwide. Adderall, which contains amphetamine salts, is prescribed to treat attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, also known as ADHD. When used without a real medical need or under professional supervision, it can cause side effects like increased heart rate, anxiety, insomnia, high blood pressure, in some cases addiction, and it can also lead to cardiovascular complications, psychosis, and even sudden death, according to the National Institute of Drug Abuse. While Adderall is believed to boost focus and productivity, research shows that non-medical users do not perform better academically than their peers who do not misuse stimulants. In fact, a 2018 study in the journal Pharmacy, published by MDPI, found that Adderall does very little to improve neurocognitive performance, and that students who misuse prescription stimulants have lower GPAs and are more likely to engage in other risky behaviors. Fortunately, addressing the misuse of Adderall is possible through a combination of education, support, and institutional change. Schools and universities can prioritize mental health and provide accessible counseling and stress management services. Educators and families can foster environments that value learning and the well-being over relentless achievement. Students should keep themselves informed with evidence-based information about healthy study habits, sleep, and time management, while opening up honest conversations about the pressures they face. By working together, raising awareness, reducing stigma, and advocating for academic integrity, we can help ensure that achievement never comes at the expense of our health. Imagine two futures unfolding before us. In one, we recognize the dangers of misusing Adderall and take decisive action. Educators openly discuss alternatives to prescription stimulants. Campuses can provide robust support for stress and time management, and students will thrive in an environment that values health and integrity over quick fixes. But in the other future, we ignore the problem. The orange pills become as common as pencils during finals. Stress mounts, and the line between cheating and honest work blurs. Students grow dependent on substances that were never meant for them to take, risking their health and eroding trust in academic institutions. In conclusion, the temptation to use Adderall for studying may seem like a quick fix, but the reality is far more complex and troubling. The misuse of prescription stimulants jeopardizes student health, fails to deliver on its promises, and compromises the very values which education was built. Instead of turning to these drugs, let's advocate for a healthier way to cope with academic pressure. Together, let's commit to addressing the problem of Adderall misuse head on and foster a culture of true academic integrity and being. Thank you.